The day Thomas walked slowly. Thomas was 6.5 years old, and everyone seemed to agree on one thing. He walked far too slowly. He was always behind the others, as if he were dragging time along with his feet. But the truth was something else. Thomas didn't carry time. He collected it. That morning, he went for a walk with his grandfather. They were going to the museum, but they weren't in a hurry. They walked side by side, in rhythm with the wind. The silence between them was full of listening. Each step, a discovery. Each corner, an invitation. Thomas noticed everything with his eyes, his ears, and even his nose. He saw a dry leaf fall right onto a sleeping cat. The reflection of light dancing in a puddle of water. And the faint sound of a window closing far away. He saved it all like someone gathering rare seashells. With care, with time. When they arrived at the museum, the wind already seemed to blow more slowly. Even their footsteps echoed in silence. The world inside seemed to have forgotten to rush. Thomas paused in front of a painting of a wooden chair. Empty and simple. It was just a chair. But he stayed there, absorbing the silence that escaped the painting and fit entirely inside him. Farther along, he found an image that held him in a different way. It was a boy holding a fish, feet covered in mud, and in his eyes, an ancient sadness. Thomas stood there for a long time. Or perhaps for a time that doesn't fit on a clock. He felt, without knowing how to explain, that the boy was waiting for someone. Someone who had promised to return. His grandfather, standing a bit behind, watched his grandson. And in that moment, he saw in the boy a reflection of something old. Perhaps of himself. From when, as a child, he too knew how to see the time hidden in things. When they left the museum, the world outside was rushing again. Hurried cars. People with short steps. Clocks speaking loudly. Voices competing for space. But Thomas walked calmly, with his pockets full of little treasures. A piece of silence. A painting with sad eyes. And a time that no one else noticed passing, and only he managed to keep. His grandfather smiled, saying nothing. He knew Thomas had seen something rare. Something few people ever see, even after a whole lifetime. And that it would stay with him forever. Thomas said nothing either. He simply kept that deep feeling. Along with the dry leaf, the wind had dropped into his shoe along the way. And smiled and sighed. That day, he knew, without needing words, that sometimes walking slowly is the only way not to lose the world. And he also knew that even without knowing the hours, he had already learned the value of time.